Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to talk about a new topic, or a review really for you guys on first person, second person, and third person narrators. So get your pencil ready, get your paper if you need to take some notes, and let's get started. So today we're going to work on identifying, knowing which ones are different points of view. So a point of view is how an author chooses to tell the story. We've talked about in class, like a point of view could be like how your opinion is on something, how the author feels about something. But in this case, when we're talking about point of view, it's who is telling the story. So who the author is choosing to tell the story. So there are three different types of point of view. There is first person narrator. A first person narrator is someone who is a character inside the story. So that narrator is going to be saying things like, I went to the store. We are going to, get pizza tonight. They're going to be using words like I and we. The person telling the story is going to be using those words. And they're involved in the story. So if you're asking yourself who's telling the story and you know the name of them or you know they're the I, that's first person. Second person is a little more unusual. It is narrating the reader's actions. So the characters might be in the story, but you are the reader. And so it's telling you what you're doing. So like, you need to get 2 eggs. You need to mix them up. Usually you see this a lot in recipes or directions. Also, like in that alien book we read, the Choose Your Own Adventure, where it was like, you are going to find the aliens. What will you do next? That's second person because it's talking about you, the reader. And then in third person, the last one, the narrator is not in the story at all. They're like watching the story and telling you what's going to happen. So if you ask, who's telling the story? And you're like, well, I don't really know. I don't know who they are. That's the third person because they're saying things like, Miss Huff and Miss Galvin read a book together. Montserrat and Arnold are heading to the store. He likes to play basketball. They're going to be telling you what's happening in the story, but they're not actually in the story. That's third person. Okay. So, just as a review, remember the first person, the narrator is in the story and telling it. They're going to say things like, I went to the store. Second person is telling you what's happening, what you're doing. So it's going to be like, you went to the store. You got 2 eggs. And then the third person is watching the story happen. They're not in it at all. And they're just telling you what the characters are doing. Gabby and Marina went to the store. They got 2 eggs. So let's do a little bit of practice. This first one says, I groped my way down the tree and fell with a thud into the mud. I heard the guard dogs barking furiously as they bounded toward me. My heart began to pound. So think, do you know who's telling the story? Yeah, it's the person saying I, or the person saying my heart. So is it someone that's in the story? Yes, it's someone in the story. So we know when the narrator is someone in the story and they're saying, I did this, it's first person. Very good. Let's look at the next one. She saw that her father was laughing hysterically, but she had no idea why. Was he reading that silly book again? So let's think. Is this narrator in the story? Like in the last one, we knew it was I. Is she the narrator? Is she the one talking? No. Is her father the one talking? No, it's someone else outside the story. So then we have to decide, is it second person or third person? So if it was second person, they would say, you saw your father laughing, but it doesn't say that. It's just talking about 2 characters, what they're doing. She saw her father was laughing. So that is third person. Very good. And the last one. First, you preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Then you remove the plastic wrap covering the frozen pizza. Next, you put the frozen pizza in the oven for 30 minutes. Finally, you eat and enjoy it. So, is it someone in the story talking? No. Is it someone talking about characters in the story? That'd be third person. No, it is second person. That's right, because it's saying you preheat the oven. You remove the plastic wrap. It's telling you what you are doing. It's also a recipe. Most recipes are second person. Okay, everyone. Today we practiced identifying different points of view. We learned that if it's the first person, it's someone that's in the story saying, I did this. If it's second person, the narrator is telling you what to do. You went to the store. You need to preheat the oven. And if it's third person, it's someone watching the story and telling you what the characters are doing. He likes his mom. She is playing football, like that. Until next time.